I'm Dave with Playthrough Board Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hive. I have the Pocket Edition of Hive. There's also an edition called Hive Carbon and just regular old Hive. But don't let the name fool you. They're all basically the same game, just with slightly different variants as far as coloration of the pieces is concerned. Hive and Hive Pocket have the same coloration, it's just my pieces are smaller and more portable for Hive Pocket than they are for regular old Hive. In any case, the goal of Hive is to surround your opponent's queen bee by using a host of other bugs that can move in various ways. I like comparing this game to chess, only in a lighter version, because all the pieces have a unique move style and can interact with other pieces in various ways. In contrast to chess, some of the expansion pieces actually have special powers that they can use to move other opponents' pieces around, and that sort of thing. We'll see that in the playthrough. Hive marks a bit of a departure for me, as I typically enjoy thematic games where the theme really dictates what it is that I'm trying to achieve throughout the gameplay. For example, in Forbidden Desert, where I'm trying to escape from a desert alive before dehydrating or being buried by a storm, I have to go find some flying pieces, find wells to keep my water supply up, find shelter from the storm, and that sort of thing. In Hive, there aren't that many thematic elements that really influence the gameplay, but it's still a neat conceit to have all of the various insects in their different colors, and it makes for a visually appealing game. Does the game hold up in the gameplay to this appeal? Let's take a look. Here are the core pieces of the game, as well as some of the expansion pieces. The most important piece to either player is the queen bee, shown here in white or here in black. The queen bee is the piece you must use your other pieces to protect. There are warrior ants, grasshoppers, beetles, spiders, and a variety of other non-standard pieces that were expansions to the game. So there's a mosquito, a ladybug, and the newest piece, a pillbug. In any case, that's your set of pieces that you have to work with. There are 3 warrior ants, 3 grasshoppers, 2 spiders, 2 beetles, 1 queen, and 1 of each of the expansion pieces. You may or may not play with any of the expansion pieces as you so choose. However, they do tend to add more time to the game as they add more complexity to the game. So that's worth considering as you go about playing. I'm going to clear away the pieces now, and then we'll take a look at a game of Hive. Let's take a look at the starting position here for Hive. Each player takes a piece and places it adjacent to an opponent player's piece. This is the only time in the game that you can do that, so white has opted to place a grasshopper, while black has opted to place a spider piece. It is now white's turn again, and white is going to go ahead and place its queen bee. The queen bee must be played within the first 4 turns of the game. It is now black's turn. Black is going to take a little bit of an opposite strategy and continue to develop its pieces before placing its queen bee. White is now going to place a ladybug. Now it's black's turn again. Black is going to continue by placing a soldier ant. Since white has placed its queen bee, white is at liberty to move its pieces. So in order to throw a wrench into black's plans a little bit, it's going to move the ladybug up 2 and down 1 into this space, thus limiting where black can place its queen. The ladybug movement is always 2 on top of the hive and 1 down. Now it is black's turn. Black must place its queen on the 4th turn, so it has only a few options as to where. It can place it on either side of its soldier ants, and it's going to go ahead and place up here. Now it is white's turn. White is going to move again. 2 on top and 1 down. This means that the queen bee can no longer move, as it's the only thing connecting the ladybug to the hive. Now it is black's turn. Black is going to go ahead and do a similar thing to white by placing its soldier ant behind the white queen bee, thus prohibiting the white queen bee from moving anywhere. It is now white's turn. White is going to play the Pillbug. The Pillbug is an expansion piece, just as the Ladybug is, and we'll see how the Pillbug works in a few minutes. Black can respond at this point by playing another piece, and is going to go ahead and play a spider here. It is now white's turn. White is going to do something a little bit sneaky, namely is going to play up here and place a beetle. On black's turn, black is going to move its spider. 1, 2, 3. The spider always moves 3 and cannot move any more or less than that. Now it is white's turn. White is going to bring the beetle down. The beetle can only move 1 space, but can move on top of other pieces. It is black's turn. Black is going to take advantage of the little cluster of its own pieces that it has built up over here, and is going to place a special piece, the Mosquito. The Mosquito moves like any piece it is touching, so in this case it's only connected to the soldier ant and can only move like the soldier ant, but the soldier ant can move any number of spaces around the hive. It is now white's turn. White is going to place another piece. It's going to place a soldier ant up here. And then it is black's turn. Black is going to move the Mosquito in. Now the white queen is surrounded on all but one side, and this threatens to end the game if the queen should become surrounded on every single side. So let's use the Pillbug to defend the white queen. The Pillbug, instead of moving, can move any other piece basically to an open space adjacent to the Pillbug. Since the Mosquito is only touching the Pillbug, it can only move 1 space per turn, which will slow down black's progress towards surrounding the white queen bee. It is now black's turn again. Black is going to be undeterred by this and place another soldier ant here. On white's turn, white is going to move its beetle up and on top of the black queen. It is now black's turn. Black is going to move its soldier ant into the space that the Mosquito formerly occupied, again threatening to surround the white queen bee. White is going to take an opportunity to move, so it's going to drop its beetle here. Now the black queen has 1, 2, 3 open sides, and the white queen only has 1. Black is going to go ahead and place another piece. It's going to place its ladybug. The ladybug moves 2 on top and 1 down, so this threatens the end of the game. The Pillbug for white is going to go ahead and respond by moving the soldier ant out of the way so that the queen is no longer completely surrounded. It's black's turn. Black is going to play a beetle. So the beetle over here gives it another option for leverage against the white queen. Then it is white's turn. White is going to go ahead and move its ant over here. Now there are only 2 spaces on either side of the black queen bee that need to be filled in. It is now black's turn. Black is going to move its beetle in, and this threatens again the end of the game, and there's not as much that white can do at this point in time. White moved its ant around the outside of the hive to make the ladybug stay in place, because the ladybug is the only thing connecting the white ant to the hive at this point in time. It is now black's turn. You'll note that this did not ultimately forestall the end, as the ant can slide in and completely surround the white queen. So that was a playthrough of Hive. We've covered the movement of all the various pieces except for the grasshopper. One thing white might have done to try and save itself too, since the spider is connected to the hive by another piece, namely the black ant, it could jump here instead of having moved the soldier ant to try and stop the ladybug. So this would have opened another avenue for the queen bee to potentially survive, but in the final analysis it probably would have been too late. But that's how a grasshopper moves, as it can jump over any number of contiguous pieces. That's an overview of Hive and how it could have played out. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see my concluding thoughts in a minute. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this as much as I enjoyed playing through it. My overall impression of the game is that it really is a good game. It does a good job of emulating that classic feel that it's going for. The pieces have an appropriate weightiness. They even feel literally heavy in your hand. The illustrations on the pieces are very geometric, which gives it that classic game feel. And overall, there's really nothing to fault about the game. It plays in a number of minutes, maybe about 20 minutes or so, and if you're used to it, possibly faster. And this means that win or lose, you can actually keep going and play a number of rounds in an evening with whomever you're competing with. Of course, it's only a 2-player game, so if you're looking for something for a crowd, this may not fit the bill. Nonetheless, for what it is, I highly recommend Hive as a 2-player strategic abstract game. Thank you for watching, and I hope you check out Hive.